As the athlete shows me that they've got great competency of that intrinsic stability in those exercises, once we start to move the extremities, now we take it in more stability-based exercises. From here, we're taking it into a traditional plank. Elbows are directly under the shoulders. I'm looking for an alignment from ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. And from here, I want the athlete to think about engaging the quads, squeezing the glutes as they're pushing the forearms into the ground. Again, we want to minimize low back dropping. Once we start to see a compromise in the lumbar pelvic position as the athlete starts to lose position, the exercise is done. If the athlete loses position because they're not aware of orientation, cue them back to the neutral position and have them hold. Continuing into our planking series, now we take it into a side plank. The athlete is elevated. This is to help minimize the shear in the glenohumeral joint and allow the forces to be more vertical down into the down shoulder. The elbow, the arm is perpendicular to the torso, and from here the athlete is in alignment yet again from ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle, squeezing the quads, squeezing the glutes, and maintaining a braced position in the trunk. Last exercise in the plank sequence. The athlete is going now into a posterior bridge. From here, the wrist is stacked with the elbow and the shoulder. Head is in neutral alignment. Again, we're looking for alignment from ear, hip, knee, and ankle. Paying attention that the athlete can actually get extension. Most athletes, if they're too tight on the anterior side, it's very hard for them to get to the extended position. If this is as high as they can come, don't force them to go any further. They'll go further into lumbar extension. If they can get hip extension, cue them into the hip extended position, have them squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings as they hold this position. Now, as the athlete has shown me great ability to hold position in the stability series, now we take it to more dynamic stability. Using an unstable object such as a Physio ball, the athlete is holding a push-up position. Again, the wrist, elbow, shoulder is stacked. I'm looking for alignment from ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. Now the athlete will go into an alternating leg raise. As he does so, he's driving the leg into the ball, simultaneously on the lift side, squeezing the quad and the glute. This becomes a little bit more challenging. You're going to start to see a little bit more variability in position. As long as the athlete is capable of maintaining a close approximation to the position you started with, continue with the exercise. And hold. Next exercise in the dynamic stability is a Physio ball rollout. The athlete holds a traditional plank position on the Physio ball. Elbows are stacked under the shoulders. He's propped up at a 90-degree angle at the elbow joint. From here, the athlete's going to roll the ball slightly forward. As he does so, there's going to be a tremendous amount of shearing force into the lumbar spine. The goal is not to lose position of the lumbopelvic complex. As he rolls forward, he then drives back, the elbows back into the ball as he pulls in with the lats. Again, maintaining position without compromising the lumbopelvic position. The first two exercises we showed in the dynamic stability were anti-flexion, anti-extension based exercise. Now we're going to go into an anti-rotational exercise with a little bit dynamic perturbation. Right now, the athlete kneels in a tall position with alignment of ear, shoulder, hip, and knee. Arms are fully extended out at a right angle from the body. He's 90-degree angle. I will give him resistance with the band. He has to meet my resistance and not exceed my resistance. I can then make the resistance variable by walking around as he needs to hold and maintain position. As the athlete shows competency, now I can change the vector of force that I provide the athlete. Again, I'm trying to make this a win-win outcome. I'm not trying to beat the athlete and pull him over. I want him to maintain steady, stable position.